Passe. Welcome to the Muriam Cinevert Show, a place where we embrace being you, being bold, and being true. I am your host, Muriam Cinevert. In today's episode, I have a great guest with us. It is the ambassador, Renee Knor. Welcome.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Good morning, good evening, and welcome to you as well. How
Thank
about that?
you. Thank you for
Yes.
saying yes. First of all, I'm just loving this necklace.
When I knew I was
But wait,
coming here for you, so I had to bring you life, okay?
for me.
Yes.
But listen, I know you, and I know there's a lot of great teas we are going to get into. But before we do, we have to get into the Muriam Cinevert moment of the week. And the
Yes.
Muriam Cinevert moment of the week is this. To all my viewers, I want you to learn how to show up. Show up for yourself. My experience of showing up is I didn't show up. I used to be afraid to show up. I used to be afraid to show up because I have an accent. I used to think people would make fun of me if I wanted to do something, if I wanted to show up in a public place to speak, if I wanted to do this TV show I am doing right now. I used to be scared. I used to be so afraid people would laugh at me. Well, you know what? No more. No more. Muriam Cinevert owns herself. She owns her power, and she is showing up. Not just for this show, the Muriam Cinevert show, honey. She is showing up for life, and I want you to show up for you. And this was the Muriam Cinevert of the Week moment. Now let's get back to Miss the Ambassador, Renee Knor. Oh, hunty, listen. The
Yes.
hair, the necklace, the dress. It's just, ooh la la.
I received that with all the power and all the energy as well. But you know what? You look amazing,
Oh, thank you.
fabulous from head to toe. And I need those shoes in my wardrobe,
Coming from
okay?
you,
All right?
what size are you?
Oh, don't worry about it. I can
Well,
stretch them.
whatever size you are, it is too small for you. I just
Love it.
love it. I just love it. We
Yes.
actually met a few years ago. We
Yes.
met a few years ago, and the moment we met, I
Yes. Love at
vibe.
first sight.
We were always vibing.
Yes.
And I just
Yes.
love you always showing up.
Ah,
And this is the whole topic for the Miriam's showing up. No matter
yes.
where you're going. And this is one thing I always express to my ladies. I have a modeling crew under me, about 26 models that I teaches. And I tell them, you know what? It doesn't matter if you're going to the supermarket. You have to show up. And that's one thing I know about you. No matter where you're going, you're showing up. But so, because you show up, let us know all the tears, everything that you've been involved and done in.
Well, you know what? I love the fact that you focus on the whole empowerment because really showing up is about from within.
Yes.
And you know, a lot of ladies, especially, have been giving their power away. So not only is it important for you to embrace your power, but truly to stand tall in it. You know, one of my models is I always say you got to roll those shoulders back and keep that head up. You got to serve the world with all of your energy as well as all of your personality. And so what we say, we're blazing the universe because the world need another game changer. And that game changer is YOU. You know, I'm grateful, Miriam, to be in this space. The last time we seen each other was right before the pandemic.
Yes.
And oh my goodness, you know, the pandemic was not only was it a great thing, but then it was a not so great thing. But what I always like to focus on is pulling out the positivity about everything. And so not only did it give us an opportunity to really cultivate richer relationships, but it also gave us the opportunity to really to connect. You know, within that moment, it was just time. And sometimes God put things in place so therefore we can really get back to loving one another again.
Loving one another. And you know, you talk about the pandemic. And pandemic, yes, like you say, it was good, it wasn't good. Of course, many lives has lost, and our deep condolences to
Yes,
those who have
absolutely.
lost the ones.
Yes.
But at the same time, it was really good for some. It was good for some because they create businesses. Multimillionaires became from the pandemic.
Yes.
I know during the pandemic, I created a movement, a really powerful movement that have changed my life.
Yes.
I've created Beauty Is Me because I had COVID. And when I had COVID for over a month.
Wow.
I thought I was going to die. I know my viewers heard this story before, but
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is, right? Because I'm just showing up, darling.
I
So
love it. I love it.
I had COVID.
Yes.
And the mind, the mindset, because of what we heard
Right.
and the media.
Right.
Oh my God, you're going to die. And if you're obese, you don't stand a chance. So
Yes.
I was always in the emergency room. The doctors were tired of seeing me. But however, I look in the mirror one time, I said, Miriam, you are beautiful.
Yes.
You
Absolutely.
are gorgeous.
Yes.
And I put that in a t-shirt that says Beauty Is Me. And when I step out there, people are like, oh my God, where you got this shirt? I
Right,
want this
right.
in my life. And I'm a businesswoman too.
You
so
already know. Come on
dang.
now. Ching ching.
So I
Yes.
made it available.
Okay.
Right? But if it wasn't for the pandemic, I would have never realized the beauty,
Yes.
like you just said, within me.
That's right.
Within me.
You know, I'm so happy that you were able to overcome. I'm so happy that you were
Thank
able
you.
to get that. It's really about the mindset. That's what was happening during the pandemic as well. And the embracing of having to turn off the television, have to turn off the noise in order for you to turn up the volume on yourself. And that's what we literally had to do also. Our powerful movement started started reading. You know, we have a book club, and, you know, I'm grateful to say that not only did we help to shift so many women's lives, we started manifesting certain things. And by the grace of God, things have just started trickling in. But I'll say this also, it really does take consistency. You know, consistency is the key to everything. And when you find something that you really are so passionate about, that's when it really takes it, you know, to another level. And I've always loved people. People have always been like my sweet spot, right? And being able to find helping women to find not only their voices, but also to give them platforms so therefore they can be heard as well as seen. So those are some of the things that we were able to also embrace. And I mean, there was so many other great things that took place during that pandemic. So truly, it was one of those unfortunates because I've lost so many of my dear friends, as you share.
Sorry
You know,
to
Charles Gregory, he also was one of the dear friends with Tyler Perry. And just watching him roll himself into, they were rolling him onto the set. Rolling him into the hospital, and how he stated that this is really real. It was touching. And so I said, either we're going to watch ourselves die or we're going to get back to living. And by the grace of God, we got back to living. And we changed that, we shifted trajectory, and we woke up. Oh my God, we woke up so many, and we gave more hopes to people as well. And during that time, we shook the world, girl. We shook the world. I mean, we were able to manifest grants. We were able to manifest so many wonderful relationships. And now, as it stands right now, I'm not only an ambassador, I'm an ambassador of Africa. And some of that also came from being still. So sometimes you have to get still in order for you to be able to redefine and put yourself back into a different mindset. So therefore you can take it, I always say, and soar to the next level of your greatness.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
And it's well deserved because of who you are. And you mentioned you love people. That's number one. And you talk about the shifting of the mindset. The shifting of the mindset is not always easy for a lot of people. A lot of people doesn't know how to shift that mindset because we've been so programmed, right? We've been so programmed to feel a certain way, to think a certain way.
Yes.
So when it's time, especially the pandemic, a lot of people went crazy. They didn't know how to shift that mindset from, okay, this is the opportunity to create something. This is the opportunity to find me, myself. This is the opportunity to shift. They didn't know how to do that. So what did you do to say, I'm able to shift my mind from this to that?
Well, not only we were able to shift the mindset, and that's a great question that you asked, we got back into the basics. coming from New Orleans, Louisiana, that's where I was born and raised. And oh, you already know, I always say you guys
Yes,
are my
yeah.
sisters from the other island, okay? With that melting pot. And everybody literally have kind of like gone through the whole port of New Orleans. And Mom always embedded so much into us. She was a Jehovah's Witness, and I'm so grateful of my upbringing. But what I realized, Mom used to always tell me two things, most important two things. Make sure you're always reading and writing your journal. Read and write in your journal. And what we were able to do, not only were we able to read our way through success, we were able to write those journals out, and we wound up reading at least six books during that time. And several of the books was Think and Grow Rich was a phenomenal book, and that really helped us to put things all in perspective. Of we read The Black Fortunes. Now that book was like one of my favorite books because it showed us a story of six Africans back in the day, African Americans who were poor. These were the first six millionaires to give birth. And if they were able to do it in the 1800s and the 1900s, I said, there's no reason why we can't go after what we need to go after. So what we did, we turned off the television. We got into every Wednesdays and Saturdays, we were following up with each other. We literally were looking for grants. We were looking for opportunities. We started giving birth to stories. We became authors during that time. And in addition to that, girl, even when they told us not to travel, Renee Knor still was traveling, baby. Okay. So we kicked it off in Dubai. Then I wound up going to Aruba. I traveled around the world because one thing for sure, you're not going to keep me down. I was looking outside the window just like everybody else. It's like, is it a ghost town? What's happening?
Right.
And I realized we have to reclaim our lives. And that's what we had to do. We had to go back, show up and show out, and also to build hopes. So during that time, that's what some of the steps that we wound up doing. The company I am with, the Global Women Wealth Warriors, we were able to just travel to show people that they too can. If I can do it, you can also. So we were able to plant those seeds. And we have to, whenever you plant seeds, you still got to nurture it. You have to water it. And you also, just like I love plants. I don't know if you have any plants at home.
I do. I'm trying to take care of them.
Girl, I love my plants. Now, I share this with you because this is a God honest truth. I've been doing so much traveling recently. My poor plants are like, where have you been? Because I talk to my plants. They have names and everything. Literally, I have like a tropical home. And I just love the fact that they give me oxygen.
Okay.
And see, a lot of people take that for granted. But with plants, they give you so much of what you need.
Right.
And so some of the things that we've been able to do within the organization, the Global Women Wealth Warriors, we've been able to also, for the first time, I manifested going over to Africa. Now, Africa sat so deep in my soul for a very long time. And I just was like, okay, this is it. 2021, not only did I manifest going to Africa, I kept saying it. In June, I had a lady that saw us. And I mean, really, you know how when people can see you?
Yeah, they see you. They see you.
She saw me. She said, you know what? We want to honor you in Africa.
Wow.
I said, you want to honor me in Africa? Well, what part of Africa you want me to go to, She said, Zanzibar, Tanzania. I said, well, I don't even know where Zanzibar, Tanzania is, but show me a picture. And when she showed me the picture, I was just like in heaven. I said, not only am I looking forward to going to Zanzibar, Tanzania, I'll be honored to be your keynote speaker. And that was just the beginning of just my life opening up more doors for others. We did a fashion show there. I was a commentator there. Then, Muriam, they invited me to come back the second year.
Nice.
And what I did, I wound up bringing 5 of our young ladies with us. So as it stands right now, 2023, we're going back. And this time, we're all global ambassadors of Tanzania.
Nice.
So those are some of the things that we were able to do. And I'm just grateful that not only did we not give up on ourselves. We showed others how to find hopes. I went into those huts in Africa and everybody thought I was afraid. I'm like, no, I'm not
Right.
afraid. I was sitting on the floor with the ladies.
Oh, of
I
course.
literally went to their farmers to
Right. You
put
have to
the
be there.
baskets.
You
You got
have
to
to
be
show up.
there.
Yes, you have to
Oh my
be
goodness.
there.
It was not only transformational for me, it was a place that I said every year, twice a year, we're going back to Africa.
Nice.
And we have now been committed and dedicated, and we've actually formed a relationship with the Sharon Ringo Foundation. We're planting 10 million trees for the next
Wow.
5 years, and by the grace of God, we've already got what 50,000 already planted. So yes.
Yes, I love it. I love it. You know, you talk about the reading and you talk about journal.
Yes.
As you know, I have a True Self magazine. I'm the publisher for True Self
Yes.
magazine, and we have the True Self, Dear True Self journal, because
Yes.
it is very important that you journal. You journal. And I have learned to journal in the present and the future.
Yes.
When I first learned that, I said, this is crazy. And I've learned when you're journaling, already speak as you already have it.
That's it.
So I'm writing in my journal, dear me, true self, Muriam. You are waking up and you're a $10 million mansion. You know,
Of
you
course.
already got to put yourself in there. And I think that's why it's so hard for a lot of people to shift the mindset, because they don't see it. But you have proven that.
Well, you know what it is too, Miriam? Not only is it important for us to see ourselves in the future sense, you have to have the right mentors.
Okay.
Remember, I said you have to have people that see you. A lot of people don't have mentors.
To see
And if they don't
them.
apply themselves and they don't align themselves with others, unfortunately, they'll just keep on getting into the same habit. And I'm not
Simple.
going to say it's a BAD habit. It's just a habit that they're familiar with. And what we encourage not only is affirmations important, Steve and Marjorie Harvey was the first organization that recognized us in Mexico. And not only did they bring us over there, it was like one amazing time we had there with Steve and Marjorie. But one of the things he did, he pulled out his phone. And in his phone, because we do a lot of dream boards as well as vision boards, he literally had his vision board, his dream board in his phone.
Right.
He had over 300 items in that phone. And you know what we've done? We've stretched ourselves now. We are all in alignment. I had everybody to write down 365 items of what they want to accomplish for the year. And so within the next year, we're not going to be the same humans. Oh, no, no, no. We got some hefty goals. And we got to really understand we got to get uncomfortable, because so many people have been comfortable just doing the same old thing over and over again. So we have those stretch goals, and I do it by 12. Everything, and we 12 exit.
Okay.
Yes.
So you talk about being comfortable. I get comfortable too sometimes. It's just that mindset. You got to go to the gym, but you don't want to wake up because I'm so comfortable under this covers, right? But how does one really motivate oneself and say, get up, you got to do it, you got to go? Because not only you doing it for yourself, a lot of people are watching you. Because like you say, you were seen,
Yes.
right? Because somebody's watching you. You never know who's watching you.
Right.
So what's the words? What
What the word is?
what-
Get up. That's what the word is.
Get up,
okay,
right?
get up. What's so funny? I get my worth ethics from my father. My father used to wake up at 4 a.m. No, he used to go to work at 4 a.m. So in that morning time, I'm rising right along there. My mom would like, come on, get in the bed with me. I'm like, okay, Mom. So didn't even realize I was waking up early that morning,
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yes.
And that has applied in my life still till today. I wake up early. I'm an early riser. I get more things accomplished, as they say, before 9 a.m. than most people. I used to trade foreign exchange. So even with the trading of the foreign exchange market, I always was a part of the London breakout session. And even when I went over to London, I felt like I was cheating it, because it was like daytime in London while we were supposed to be trading in dark time when we were in Atlanta, or, on the East Coast. But not only is it important, you spoke about something regarding to not only writing as if you've already accomplished it, you've already received it. That's all about I am.
I am.
Your I am have to be so with clarity in regard to seeing yourself in that future tense. And so not only do we write it as if it's already done, okay, and then we work our way backwards, right? We were writing checks, Marian. I mean, we were putting everything out there. Our organization was able to manifest working alongside with Tony Robbins, alongside with Sarah Blakely and her foundation. Out of all the women around the globe, the Global Women Wealth Warriors was out of the 1,000 women to receive that red backpack. And that red backpack went all the way to Africa with us. So we really put not only things in writing, we visualize, because that's a good thing when it comes down to reading. You have to be able to visualize it, but also that imagination. You have to have imagination. You know, the greatest opportunities we have been able to do is just really give other people hopes.
Well, sorry to cut you off.
Yes.
I have to say this.
Tell me.
You gave me hope.
Ooh.
You gave me hope one year. I believe it was 2017 when
Okay.
you named me one of most influential women
right.
of Atlanta.
2018.
18. That was
Yes.
a little bit prior to the pandemic,
Yes.
right? Well, yeah, 2018. And when you inboxed me and told me this,
Yes.
I said, "What you talking about?" I said, "Me."
Oh, baby.
And again, as you
Yes.
said, you saw me.
I saw you.
You saw something in me I did not see.
Yes.
Did that change my life? It did, because it took me to a level mentally that says, I am that woman. And I am that woman that's making changes in other women's lives. So you recognizing me, your organization recognizing me for
right.
that, give me hope.
Oh,
And so, yes, thank you. I wanted to say
You're
thank
giving me
you.
chills now, because you know what, Marianne? That was 6 years ago. Wow, 6 years ago. You know, we're getting ready to embark upon that 7th year. And you know what 7 stands for, right? Completion.
Completion. And I still have those pictures too.
Beautiful. You've been with us. I mean, we still have our billboards and everything. We're on December 9th, we're getting ready to do that experience with recognizing 100 most influential women. But this time we got a different approach. It's global iconic leaders.
Iconic leaders.
Iconic leaders. And the key here, because we are global, you know, that epiphany in regarding to becoming a global brand, it took that 3 a.m. in the morning for me to say the name and what it is that we're going to do. Didn't know how, but I felt as if in my heart of all hearts, this is what I needed to do in order for me to make sure that my mark in this world was here, you know, because everybody have their own fingerprints. You already know, but that mark is important. And you know, we've been able to live up to the Global Women Wealth Warriors, and it was an honor, you know, recognizing you as one of our Global Women Wealth Warriors as well.
It gave me hope.
Yes.
It changed my life, and it gave all the other 99 women hopes also, because sometimes you're doing, and you're like, am I being seen? Am I being recognized? Is anybody seeing what I'm doing? Am I making and then knowing and seeing someone like you and your organization saying, we see you, girl. We see you. So thank you. Thank you not only changing my life, but changing the other ladies' lives also. And again, congratulations on everything that you are doing. I speak favor into your life. I speak greater and greater things that will come to you because of who you say you are, because of who you show up to be, not just for you, but for all the other women globally. So yes, I see
that.
you.
Oh, and I receive that. Thank you so much. I receive it. And as we continue on paying it forward, you know, my beautiful daughter, I don't know if you met my daughter.
I've seen, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, she's 23 years young. And the greatest part that I'm able to do now is to show our young leaders of how to boss up and to become entrepreneurs and how to become selfless. Okay. As it stands right now, I'm going to be honored this month. Actually, I'm being honored twice in the same month. I mean, in the same day. That's crazy. London is honoring me, but one of my mentees, Miss Zara Kemp, she's honoring me. And I'm so, so grateful to see how
Wow.
once you plant that seed,
Yes.
you nurture it, you
Yes.
water it, you
Yes.
keep pouring more
Yes.
information into them. I mean,
Yes.
she was one of our youngest keynote speaker when Tony Robbins and his team partnered up with us for our summit. And this was during the pandemic. They said
Wow.
yes.
Wow.
And like you said, you don't need everyone to say yes.
You
You
don't.
just need that one
Not
billionaire
one.
to say
You
yes.
said billionaire. I was
I
going to say
said
that one person,
it.
but you
That
said
one
billionaire.
billionaire.
But listen,
Yes.
speaking of billionaires, because I want to get into some little tea, some little
Yes.
private thing about you, because
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know, you might be a billionaire, you not tell it.
Hey, you know.
However, we are going to
Yes.
play my favorite game on the Muriam
Okay,
Cinevert show.
let's go.
That is the sip or spill. So I'm going to ask you a question. You're
Uh-huh.
going to decide if you want to sip. If you don't want to talk about it, you're going to sip whatever's in that glass. Or you're going to spill. Just give us all the tea.
Okay, I got a sip a spell, right? Sip a
Yes.
spell. Okay.
Sip or spill. So, beautiful right now.
Yes,
You are
darling.
so gorgeous.
Beauty respects each other. How about that?
Thank you. I receive, honey. I
Yes.
receive. So, sip or spill. Here's the question.
Okay.
What is one habit that you have? I know we all have it. Okay, what is your one habit that you never told anyone that is so secrecy that no one knows? Sip or spill?
Well, you know, if I tell you, then the world would know, right?
So that means you will be.
I don't know. Is that sipping or spilling? So I think that's sipping. Yeah, I'll
Sip it, honey.
Okay.
Sip it.
Because you got to keep it a secret, right? Well,
Oh my God. Okay, so I love that you sip. So now my last question for you.
Okay.
I know mine, but I'm wondering, what is the worst gifts you ever received and from whom?
Girl, let's see.
Sip or spill, honey. Sip or spill.
I'll spill, because you want to know from whom and everything like that.
Yes, yes.
I mean, really, I'm gonna say I've been able to be blessed to get some really great gifts in my life. I would say my ex. Okay, my ex would have to be the worst gift, and that worst gift that he gave to me was him. And I say it that way because not only did it put me through, I mean, the first time we even had sex, I don't mind even saying it. I said, ew. I said, literally, I said, ew, when we first had sex, you know. And I didn't realize just how toxic that relationship was going to be. But it really, really was a toxic relationship. It was so, and most people don't even know this, but it was so bad until I got down smaller than my daughter's size, and she was 11 at that time. So yeah,
Wow.
so that was the worst gift I ever received.
Thank you for spilling this.
Yes.
But let's shift it. Because
Okay.
I love happy ending, right?
Okay, I love him too.
So what's the best gift you ever received? Let's shift it a little bit.
My best gift I ever received was my daughter. My
Yes.
daughter was my best gift. And that's a gift that keeps on giving. You know, my daughter and I, we have like the closest relationship. And I just love watching her become the best version of herself. You know, a lot of parents forces their children to do things that they want to do.
Yes.
And what we have to do, parents, we have to get out of our way, get out of the way so therefore our children can blossom the way that they need to.
Yes.
And we have to always be there to be able to provide resources, you know, relationships, as well as
Yes.
love,
Yes.
and just be very supportive. But I would say stop putting your some things that you didn't accomplish on
Yes.
these kids, because
Yes.
a lot of our kids, unfortunately, they're not happy because of that from their parents. So I'm grateful to say I've allowed my daughter to be the young woman that she has become. And of course, it wasn't easy. Mom already told me I was going to have a young girl. She told me I was going to have a lady. She told me I was going to have a girl. And I was like, how do you know this, Mom? She says, I know you're going to have a girl. She's going to be 10 times worse than what you were. Because I was so rebellious, Marian. Oh my goodness. I was
Well,
that kid that I always wanted to know why, what was happening.
why,
Oh, I was the
right?
why kid. I really was the why
But
kid.
you know what they say,
Yes.
parents knows better and moms know
Yes.
better. And with that, like you said, the best gift. What is the best gift to you, for you?
Yes.
You have to recognize that for yourself and recognize that you are the best gift for you. Do not wait for someone to give you a good gift, a bad gift. You give yourself that best gift. Thank you, the Ambassador Renee Knor, for being with
For having
us.
me.
You have expanded my knowledge, and I'm sure you have expanded the viewers' knowledge also with your gift. And thank you for watching us from the Muriam Cinevert Show. Remember to always be you, be bold, and be true. Till next time.